the balance. Tonight in a match between our refined champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the young challenger, Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third-generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to grab his first championship tonight and send a message to the WWE that Rocky Maivia has arrived.
But Hunter Hearst Helmsley will do everything in his considerable power to stop that from happening. And as far as Helmsley is concerned, Maivia is barely even worth his time. Bang! Crucial counter there. And watching from home is Rocky Johnson, the father of Rocky Maivia, former WWE Tag Team Champion.
I must admit, I do see a bright future for Maivia. Those that have been privileged enough to see Rocky Johnson.
And look at this now, bad intentions coming with this hold. O'Connor trying to break the hold and is able to do it. Critical escape there. Rocky beats him to the punch. Hey. What's it going to take for Hunter Hearst Helmsley to retain his Intercontinental title here? How can he get the better of Rocky Maivia?
Well, the champ needs to put this young upstart Maivia in his place with unrelenting offense. No time for graceful bows and upper-class taunting. Just beat Rocky down.
And we know Rocky doesn't have the same experience as Helmsley, and that could be a developing story as this match progresses.
And this is where an experienced wrestler like Helmsley can take a young wrestler and pick him apart.
From the apron. You just love seeing him get knocked down a peg. Running power slam.
Helmsley has the momentum against him here.
Maivia keeps bringing the energy, and Helmsley has no answer.
Drop kick.
Beautiful. Oh, man.
And Rocky is delivering solid damage, but needs to remember to get Helmsley in the ring. The title can't be won outside of the squared circle. Clothesline.
What impact.
Intercontinental Championship at stake right here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We're expecting an emotional night for all of us, considering that Shawn Michaels will forfeit the WWE Championship live tonight.
Yeah, I saw a very dejected HBK earlier today. I couldn't even get him to crack a smile at all.
Well, that's just because no one's ever happy to see you, Saxton.
Clothesline!
Good Lord.
So effective.
And it looks like he's got a bullseye on his head now.
Fisherman suplex classic. Heading to the top turnbuckle now. Perched up top. Oh, God.
Maivia took to the sky and executed that high risk perfectly. I don't think Helmsley had that scouted at all.
Deeper into this match now, and I think it's Helmsley who's reaching peak frustration.
Can't quite.
Here we go for the championship. Still able to quick kick out.
What stamina. It's truly impressive to completely beat the count here.
Gets tossed. Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down.
Double axe handle finds the mark.
Delivers an axe handle. Ooh. This capacity crowd certainly behind the youngster Rocky Maivia, thinking there could be an upset here tonight.
Nice drop kick.
Smothering offense now from Rocky.
The power of Rocky Maivia is too much for Helmsley right now.
Looks like Rocky is locked in on his opponent.
Finds the roll-up.
Cover. New champ incoming.
This isn't good. He's got bad things in mind. Oh, counters right back on Hunter.
He's looking to get back in this.
He's able to stop that onrush. Now looking to capitalize.
And
change.
Hunter whipped into the corner. Nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle in a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover, and Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed.
This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup.
I think Maivia's done. Official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anoa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the Animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage...
Nice takedown, stack for the pin.
Gets reversed.
Is it enough?
And an early kick out.
He wasn't even close on that pin attempt.
Put into the corner. What could be next? Ooh, headbutt.
Nothing pretty about that.
Running knee.
Momentum is all with Maivia now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the Animal out here. Delivers the snapmare and drops the fist.
Starting to ascend the steel cage.
Perched up top.
He fails to connect.
Vicious right forearm. Are you kidding me? How is that allowed inside a WWE ring?
Headbutt to the back of the neck.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the Animal.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steele. What's it going to take for the Animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steele makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the Animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way. Really wrenching it.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty. perched up top.
Brace for this impact.
Like a guillotine.
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Big into the bed. George is trying to seal this one up. He kicks out with force.
It's unthinkable. Someone beating the 1 count at this point.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian. And the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how does he earn the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother.
Oh, no. Now possibly setting up for a submission maneuver.
It's locked in so tight. Running out of options in a hurry now.
Running the risk of injury the longer this hold is in. Permanent damage.
Able to punch his way out. Jarring European uppercut. And George is caught.
There's the backbreaker.
And George is laid out.
Oh, and an uppercut.
Might have lost a tooth.
Oh, my goodness. What a double-handed shot. Uh-oh. Headbutt.
Nothing fancy there.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steel as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steel is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one.
He wants it one more time.
Snap you in half.
Does Peter Maivia have this sewn up?
And he has started to ascend the cage wall now.
You cannot waste any time when you start the climb.
Moving up the side of the cage. We could have a disaster very soon.
Boom. Shoulders down. This might do it.
There's a shoulder up almost immediately.
Better hold up on the victory parade.
Here he goes, up the wall of the steel cage.
Taking it step by step. Climbing onwards and upwards.
Made it all the way to the top. What to do now? Victory could be close at hand, but first he's got to get himself over the top of the cage.
It's not over yet.
It took all he had to get up there, guys. He might be gassed.
One leg over. Can this superstar finish the climb?
I don't think so. This superstar dragging them back down to continue this fight.
George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that... Look out!
Off the mark.
Sharp chop. Chop to the chest.
Oh, look at a skilled slam.
Running power slam.
Climbing, headed for the top of the cage.
You have to be cautious while climbing. Don't want to slip and fall.
At last, he's climbed to the top of the steel cage. And he's straddling the top of the cage, just feet away from making it to the outside.
Not a lot of room for error up here.
Carefully planning his escape. And the High Chief defeats the animal.
here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia!
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced...
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax!
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate, she does!
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Banzai Drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crown already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
Get in, Mike.
And it's all come down. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax.
Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Sent outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring. Anything can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth. And Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career. Well, if you're Lyra Valkyria, what do you do to pull off a massive upset tonight?
But Lyra's a technical wizard, Cole. In fact, from a technique perspective, she may actually have Nia Jax outgunned. And beyond relying on her technique, if I'm Lyra, I'm going to try to frustrate Nia. I don't know how possible that is, but if you frustrate Nia, she may make a crucial mistake.
Jax with the irresistible offense.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here. Nia Jax, so powerful, so dominant, so overdone.
In just a matter of minutes, we'll have our second Queen of the Ring. The first, of course, being Zelina Vega.
But you've got to believe that Zelina will want a shot at whichever woman wins this. She beat the woman now known as Piper Niven that night, so you know Queen Zelina can strike down an enemy of any size.
Back in the nick of time. Kick right to the knee. This could be it here, guys. Wrapping him up.
Look at this.
Yes, La Maestra, shoulders down. She's not going quietly into the good night here, making things very interesting.
Oh, man, just punishing.
And Lyra is brought to a disadvantage now.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here. In the corner, has to find a way out of there.
Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she hasn't won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the irresistible force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now.
Clubbing forearm.
Just a nasty headbutt.
And oh man, look at this. That last shot busted her open.
Golly, Nia is just cornering Valkyria. Jax abusing.
And here we go now, top rope. Military press slam, what power!
Complete dominance.
Sudden kick connects.
Sent hard into the corner.
Valkyria retaliates.
Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow, undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months. And Jax has stayed that dominant for years.
Turn Nia Jax around there. Roundhouse kick.
Hurricanrana. Close fist connects.
Oh, complete deadlift. is incredible. God. And suplex.
And she heads out to the floor.
Obviously was in need of a breather.
And gets sent right into the corner. Bad sight here, dangling helpless in the corner. Stuck in the tree of woe.
They are doing whatever they please.
Get. Reversal. What a counter. There's so many moves at Nia's disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be easy for Valkyria to pick up Nia Jax and drop her with the Nightwing.
Please, let's call the move by its real name. It's a Samoan driver. You think Nia Jax doesn't have the Samoan driver scouted?
That looks like it hurts. Nia looking to end this thing. Crashing down.
Samoan drop.
Nia Jax is doing whatever she wants. Each Samoan drop driving. Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night, Annihilator.
Here is your winner.
Yeah.
And the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Give me that shit, boy.
And she backed up her
Round now.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE, Triple H, going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax, officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? He had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins, and he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold
Smash these Bob, man.
that you will do anything for the people.
Is he here?
It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, the lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishis are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there is no... Oh, look out! All the way to the outside! Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent.
Choke slam! Landed. Rikishi is picking the competition apart.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies you're trying to spread. We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture, and that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all the Rock's success. Corey, Austin has been out of in-ring action for nearly a year. Does any possible ring rust factor into this match?
Well, maybe if this actually was a match, but this isn't about arm drags. It's not about drop kicks. This is a fight, and there is never any rust on Stone Cold when it comes to fighting.
Counter. He knew just what to...
Oh, shocking inside cradle. Small packages could be it.
Rikishi gets the shoulder up.
I can't believe the ref didn't get two here.
As we'll set up in the corner of the ring.
He's got that boot right up against his face.
Come on. Just how desperate do you have to be? Why not a fair fight, huh?
It pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time. And Rikishi with a counter. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's action. I'm just saying I understand it.
Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count. Rikishi finds his target with that one.
Pull out a table on me, mate.
Pulled in for a belly-to-belly.
Up to table, man.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawl. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
Oh, it is. What a headbutt.
Austin in a state of distress now.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now. Taking out... There's years of frustration on Austin here.
Big headbutt. And now gets tossed into the ring.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
This one's heading to the outside.
Oh.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
Rikishi is picking the competition apart.
You're not going to see Rikishi show any remorse.
Austin's finally able to slow all that incoming offense.
The rattlesnake got played around with for too long. Now he wants to open a can.
Turns the tides with a knee to the abdomen. Heading back into the ring now. Going outside. What's he got planned here? Austin is like a man possessed. It's been almost a year since Austin's been in the ring. And he comes in under the ropes now. No count out as he takes things out of the ring.
Shoulder tackle. He almost got caught by that one. Got out of the way.
Straight impact on the throat.
And taking aim right at the midsection with this offense.
Rikishi back.
Man, stop going over here, bro.
Sliding back into the ring.
Austin just looking to humiliate his opponent.
Bring your ass out here, bitch.
Taking this match to the outside.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
Tagged with a punch. Denied via a wicked punch to the stomach. Holy, meet the barricade.
And Austin, Luthez press. Luthez press. Look at him go. Luthez press. And unloading with punches.
Good grief. Austin getting himself some Texas. Austin with the stunner.
Will Rikishi get back up?
Makes the cover. No, just got my shoulder up.
This match is getting pushed beyond the normal limits. Carefully placed stomp to the arm.
Austin stomping at Rikishi's heart. That's if Rikishi even has a damn heart. He'll make his way to the ring.
Oh, shit.
Good God almighty.
Rikishi is down. It could be over. The rattlesnake bites again.
Man, it's that bullshit, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Stone Cold Steve.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi has gone to. Big-time power slam!
And he gets directed into the corner.
Back elbow. Stone Cold in some serious trouble.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold lift off.
Diving splash from the top. Incredible impact.
Rikishi feeling like he has a job to finish tonight. A career in Stone Cold's to bring to an end. What a collision! And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all The Rock's success. Rikishi is picking the competition apart.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
Goes into the corner.
Oh, strikes with the... And that was taking the attack to the competition with that one. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's are
from way up. Double axe handle connects.
Man, stop throwing this motherfucking time.
Back elbow. Can Austin weather this storm, guys?
But you can never count Austin out.
This conflict is beyond disturbing. Corey, what's going through Rikishi's mind when it comes to defeating Stone Cold?
Rikishi has to be prepared to endure an emotional storm like he's never felt before. The big man must recover from that and use his weight to immobilize the Rattlesnake, because we know Austin will not stay down.
All right, he's got to refocus up now. He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, batter up.
Oof. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Oh, are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We are fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them.
Goes under the ropes and into the ring.
And Rikishi channeling his energy here. Austin getting in his opponent's face. I don't think the censors would like the venom that's coming out of the Rattlesnake's mouth right now.
Gets out of the ring. What's going to happen now?
Just caught all of that with his face, but now Rikishi, it looks like he's opened up. Scooped up, here it comes.
Rikishi driver.
Rikishi may have put the exclamation on this one.
What a shot.
A devastating landing, chokeslam. Elbow throw, saying not today.
Oh, right to the throat. Ooh.
Now Rikishi has the firm upper hand.
You're not going to see Rikishi show any remorse.
He's just taunting his victim now. We're not playing T-ball out here.
Oh, bitch.
Something tells me he's looking to hit more than a home run here. He's making his intentions known to everyone in the arena. He's up at the plate now. And he's ready to throw out all decorum in this one.
Decides to leave the confines of the ring. Oh, swung for the fences.
Gee, it's like they're beating a dead horse.
And Stone Cold can't find a way off the ropes.
Tough spot, even for the Rattlesnake.
We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the Rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
Oh, impact to the stomach.
And retaliates with a counter.
Oh, man, meeting the barricade.
And here he is, heading back into the ring. He's looking to take things to the outside now.
Oh, foot just stomping down.
Oh, the reversal by Rikishi. Boom, right in the button.
Ooh,
Yeah.
knee to the gut.
Driven into the barricade.
Bang, knee right on target.
Uh-oh, I wouldn't be getting up if I were him.
Has them hooked, looking for sliced bread.
But a counter power slam. And he
God,
has
this
an answer
bitch
for
reversed
Rikishi.
every fucking move, dog.
Oh, what a clothesline.
It's
Blow to the head there.
Rikishi finds his target with that one.
Big punch finds its mark.
Right across the throat. And his body is still the focus of the attack.
What a headbutt.
Thunderous power slam. Hold on a second. He might be finding a submission hold here.
Submission is...
Nice escape. Oh, he flips that around.
He superstar trying to counter and gain an advantage.
Counter. Saw it coming.
He'll take things into the ring.
He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about.
Oof, ripped right into the post. Oh, God, drilled right into the post. Delivered into the barricade.
Headed back into the ring. Looking to explore things ringside now.
Now whoop your ass.
Veteran instincts from Austin.
DDT. And the scariest thing here is the amount of enjoyment Austin is having.
There is no amount of pain on Rikishi that Austin will ever be fully satisfied with.
Bro, stop throwing me over there, bitch.
And he now slides back into the ring.
You gotta be there in the motherfucking spotlight. You need the
Looks like he's got
motherfucking
something in mind for ringside here. Oh, my goodness, dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
Looking for something, anything under the ring.
He's got himself a shovel. I think he's looking to bury his opponent quite literally.
Oh, no.
He is donning the Crimson Mask.
What a callous attack.
Oh, this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in.
Attacked in the midsection.
Targets the gut to end the offense.
And slides back into the ring.
How many times they gonna do this shit, man?
Moves from the ring to the outside.
Stone Cold with the Thesz press. Ruthless press by Austin. And now he's just dropping bombs. Austin showing no fear, no intimidation.
Looking to take it to the air now.
Perched up top.
Oh, God, terrible landing on the outside.
Did you see that? Risking it all and taking an awful fall.
We knew tonight was not going to be pretty. We knew we would see bedlam.
We are seeing Rikishi's evil intentions and Stone Cold's rage collide.
Coming down hard with that shovel. Rikishi is down. It could be over. The rattlesnake bites again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen.